we have the garden center, and it is just absolutely beautiful. What can you tell us about this? I know you put some flowers and plants in here a few years ago.
Yeah, we have all your flower needs possibly, and yard art, concrete.
Yard art. Yeah, that's the other thing. You'll notice as you're panning around here, all the concrete yard art. It is available as it is, or it can be painted, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
It can also be painted. And the flowers and the plants are just beautiful. They keep them up every day. They're always out here working. Even if you just need a little plant for a friend, or you need something when you're coming through town, they have great stuff here. As you're coming through Floral City, you look to the right and you see Frog Holler, and like the hidden gems like we find in Floral City, you look back to the right and here's a stage. It's a beautiful stage built by Frank so that we can have music and stuff here in Floral City. People can use it. They've built a dance board that you can dance on, a dance floor. It is great. When you're coming through town, you can hear the music on Saturday and Sunday afternoons. Bring your lawn chairs, bring your toe tapping attitude, because they have got some great stuff out here. It's just a beautiful place to spend the weekend, and you'll hear it when you're coming through town, I guarantee it. Here we have Norman. He is our little friend in Floral City. Hello, Norman. Hello. He speaks to me every morning. He welcomes me into work and says, hello, don't you? He tells us when the phone is ringing, don't you? He's very camera shy, so he's being quiet today. But normally you can hear him all over Floral City. This is Norman, ladies and gentlemen. He's a wonderful friend of ours here in Floral City. If you're coming through Floral City and you happen to smell something really sweet and really good, look to the right as you're heading up to the traffic light. We have Sandy's House of Sweets and Bakery, and let me tell you what, she's got some amazing stuff. I know, again, we don't have smell-o-vision, but if you would have smelled it in that store we were just in, it was amazing. The smell just overtook you, and it was cinnamon goodness. It was wonderful. So if you get a chance and you're hungry when you're coming through Floral City, stop and see Sandy at the bakery here next to Frog Holler. Okay, so here we are inside the house, and I'd really like to talk about, this house has, as you can see, lots of beautiful antiques and collectibles and things, but this house has a lot of history, other than, I mean, all the houses do, but this one was built in sections, you said?
Yes, this part of the house over here, you can tell by the doors, it was an old shotgun house. It was owned by the old man Bushnell, who was a postmaster here.
Right.
It was the Bushnell house that was across Orange Avenue. My grandfather drug it over here in 1920 and built this side on. That was the year my mother was born. And Mom grew up in here, and so did I.
You said this was your room in here where you grew up, huh?
Yep.
There's some cool pictures
The Army
in there.
took me out of here in 1961.
The Army took you out.
Yep.
Yeah, this is wonderful. And then after you came back here, after you got out of the service?
Yes, I came back
And you were involved, you were also a member of the Masonic Lodge and things?
yes, I was a past master of the Floral City Lodge, 1969.
You're ingrained in Floral City, just like the rest of us. Yes. Well, I'm not from here, but I've lived here long enough.
I've never made enough money to leave town.
But you're happy here.
I love it.
That's right, that's what counts, that's right. And this room here was?
My brother's room.
Your brother's room?
Yeah.
Oh, yours was bigger.
And that's
This is cool.
This was my mother's furniture.
Really?
We moved it all over the state of Florida whenever they were moving around.
Oh my goodness.
All
Can I tell you, kids today would just have a fit. Can you imagine? I remember when you dialed the wrong number and you had to start over. My kids don't even know what these are. This is amazing. This is just one more way in here that even if you bring your children, they can touch things from the past. They can see what we grew up with that you just don't see anymore. I mean, I can't tell you the last time I saw a phone that was a dial. So.
All the phones work. My cousin restored them all.
Wow, and look at this one. It's all metal. That's fabulous.
This was my grandmother's room.
This is beautiful. Wow. Now, is this a bed that's from the house or just an antique you have for sale in here?
This is an antique.
It's for sale.
Yes, it is.
Come on in. It's beautiful. What's it made out of? Oak?
Mahogany.
Mahogany. Very good. Yeah, so you have big things in here, you have little things, you have art, you have just about anything. A quill writing.
A calligrapher set.
That is awesome. This is definitely an eclectic collection of just amazing things. I could just stand in here all day. I just can't get enough of it. Okay, friends, one more thing we'd like to tell you about is the building behind us. They call it, for years it's been called the Trading Post. And Mr. Frank was just telling me it was actually out of the Sears catalog. It was an erector set his grandfather bought in 1921, you said. 21. And this is what it has. It housed a blacksmith shop was in the back, which the stuff from the blacksmithy shop is still there. And I believe this housed the first public restrooms.
Yes.
And it was this, and it also had the first public telephone. It used to be a bus station. There was a little ice house that sat right here. And Mr. Frank's taken it, and now he has turkeys and animals and all kinds of stuff in the back over there. And it's just part of this whole corner. This whole side of the road here in Floral City is just historic. I mean, Mr. Frank has been here and he's a living history for years and years. So he helps give back to the community by continuing to reinvent these buildings and these things here and bring it all back to us. And that's wonderful. That's something that you can't buy with money. You really can't. It's somebody that gives back to the community, and like you said, he didn't make enough money to move out. So we're keeping him here with us. This is just another great place in Floral City. Even though it may not be aesthetic to the eye, it is definitely aesthetic to the heart. And it is a big, big part of the Floral City history that we have here. Well, friends, I certainly hope you enjoyed Floral City today. I know I enjoyed showing you. When you get a chance, please come down to Frog Holler in Floral City. On the weekends, you might find some music out back. There's always good smelling cakes and cookies at Sandy's House of Flavors, and there's antiques and collectibles and yard art. I would also like to thank Regis and Cindy at Hampton's Edge Bicycles for showing us around today, letting me wheel a little bit on the bicycle and show you how much fun it can be in Floral City. So the next time you get a chance, I would really, really like to invite you, friends, to come to Floral City and enjoy it with us. Because, friends, in Floral City, this is the real old Florida. What is that? Is that the phone? On this one, you can't even dial anything. You've got to ring the little thing, and for the lady to come on and say, yes, I'd like to be connected to Dr. Baker, please. And they would connect you to Dr. Baker. Woo! Here we go. What? I might not come back.